It's police on a high-speed chase from the White House to Capitol Hill. Tourists duck for cover, Congress on lockdown, shots fired. Team coverage on what really happened tonight.
Is ABC World News with Diane Sawyer.
Good evening. We begin with those 38 minutes of fear and chaos in the nation's capital today. And tonight we know that the person at the center was a woman with a very young child in a car. She ran the barricade outside the White House. Next, a car chase, gunshots, a nervous city in lockdown, people taking shelter on city streets, police rushing in, a sniper in position on the Senate steps. So who was this woman and what really happened? Our team was there when the shots rang out, and ABC senior national correspondent Jim Avila starts us off.
The unmistakable sound of gunfire as an unarmed woman, sources say had a history of mental illness and a toddler in her back seat, eludes police. Taking Secret Service and Capitol Hill officers on a wild mile-and-a-half ride around D.C. monuments and up America's most important street, Pennsylvania Avenue. It started here at 218. The southeast corner of the White House compound. The black car rams into barricades that do their job. Eyewitnesses say uniformed Secret Service agents are watching it all.
You know, the barricade fell down because they were kind of plowing through. And at that point, Secret Service was kind of getting more reactive, whoa, 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 trying to stop them. And then they just took off after they hit the barricade down.
Secret Service begins the chase right up Pennsylvania Avenue to the foot of Capitol Hill. By 2:40, she stopped at the Botanical Gardens. Look again as she's surrounded by police, guns drawn. A patrol car tries to block her, but she puts it in reverse and speeds away. That's when the first gunshots are fired at the fleeing vehicle.
It was a two-door, dark coupe, it looked like to me. Shortly after they arrived, I heard the gunshots, and then the car tore out of the area back, toward in this direction with the police cars following it.
The TV cameraman, an Arabic speaker, follows her as she circles the Peace Memorial in front of the Capitol and buzzes up Constitution Avenue. Only then is she out of range and is finally stopped just past the Senate side of the Capitol, a block from the Supreme Court, at about 2:45. It's then that members of Congress, walking toward their offices on a perfect fall day, began hearing a new round of gunfire. They are told to hide their identities.
Then very excitedly, a police officer comes running towards me. He saw my pin and he goes, "Are you a member of Congress?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." He goes, "Let me see your identification." So I pulled out my identification. And he says, "Well, take your pin off." We wear these little pins around. And so he told me to take the pin off. He goes, "You could be a target."
Inside the Capitol, in fact, by 2:23, members of Congress have already been told via loudspeakers to shelter in place.
We thought we heard shots. We saw a lot of police cars. Then we heard shots. And then the police told us to go back. We were simply walking back to our office.
We heard pops that sounded like shots.
Yeah.
The shots they heard came from police surrounding the black car. The suspect is fatally shot without leaving her driver's seat. The only law enforcement officer hurt is a Capitol police officer who joined the pursuit and hit a Capitol barricade as it was being raised to lock down the area. Late this afternoon, the House said its thanks.
If I could, Madam Speaker, with your permission, ask for a moment of silent prayer for those officers who have been injured today.
Now, police say that this was not an act of terrorism. Another interesting note, all those police officers who were working today, because of the government shutdown, they were not being paid.